Okay, I get asked these questions all the time. So let me just kind of, because my mind changes a little bit, just depending on what I learn as time goes on. But people say, "What are you going to do once the dinar or the dong or any other currency changes, and you're lucky enough to benefit from it financially? What are you going to do?" Minute one on up. Here's what's going to happen. So let's just pretend like I just now found out today that I'm just making this up, but let's say the rate does go to 134. Obviously, a rate at $1.34 would change my life tremendously. I would be financially secure. Okay, so that would be, I think, everybody that this happens to. I would be surprised if everybody did not have pretty much the same emotion. You're just shocked. You find out about the rate change. I'm gonna be excited, but I'm not gonna be overly excited till I know I have deposited my money into my account and that my bank manager guarantees that it is in there and that the amount is correct and that everything is a go from there. I think once that's in there, you're going to feel overwhelmed in many different ways. There's going to be, I'm going to imagine, a ton of different types of emotions running through your body all at one time. Now, I've watched several YouTube videos on these lotto winners that won hundreds of millions of dollars, and I've seen all the mistakes that they've made. All right. So as soon as this money's in the account, I think the first thing I'm going to need to do is really just sit and thank God, first of all, because without God, nothing's possible. Now, whether you guys believe God's involved in this, that's a totally different story. But for me, I'm going to be very grateful. But I'm also going to need time alone. All right. I'm not going to want to talk to anybody. I'm not going to want to see anybody. I'm going to need to go somewhere and really just let to clear my head out, to clear my thoughts, to grab some type of grounding or foothold on what the hell just happened in my life. This is going to be a big change for so many people. And if you just run out of your bank willy nilly and you go crazy, frivolously screwing off your money, I don't care how much you have, in less than 5 months, you'll be flat broke. So you want to know what I'm going to do? I'll deposit my money. Once my bank manager tells me everything is okay, I'm going to need to go somewhere and sit down and just unwind from what just happened. Obviously, one of the first things I'm going to need to do once this is done, my head is cleared, and I've thought about what I need to do. One thing is, I'm going to get a financial advisor. I know there's a lot of people that are against that, but look, I'm not going to screw my money off. What I want is my money to work for me. So I'm going to sit with a financial advisor and go over some things, some ideas on what I could do to generate enough income that I can receive per month and live off of. I don't want to touch the principal. I want to find a way to live off of the interest. And you should be doing the same. You should find what's known as cash positive money flow. Like people talk about investing in homes and other things, and we'll go over that for a second. But the first thing I'm going to invest in, more importantly than anything else, what good is it? What good is it to get the money if you can't keep yourself, if you don't spoil yourself a little bit? One of the things I plan on doing is I plan on traveling, doing a lot of traveling while I still can get around. I'm not so old that I can't, go out and enjoy these things. Hiking, fishing, swimming, the whole 9 yards. I want to see as much of the world as possible. So I plan on doing a lot of traveling at first. Okay? Obviously, and I've told everybody about this, gold and silver for me is a must. All right? I'm going to have very little of my actual money in any kind of bank account or any kind of financial institution. I just don't trust them. I'm not sure where we're going as a country or as a world. I trust what Trump's doing, but I think he is like he has inherited the Titanic after it has already hit the iceberg. Sure, he's the right captain for this situation, but just to be on the safe side, gold and silver is going to play a huge portion of my portfolio. Before I was saying somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20%, but that's not realistic. I think realistically it'd be more closer between 60 to 80% of my holdings. Obviously, one of the first things I want to do once this happens is just pay everything off. If you're one of them idiots out there and you don't pay your house off with the money you get, you're really hurting yourself. You should be prepared for just in case. Let's say just in case something goes wrong and you screw through your money. If you've already paid off your house, at least you have the house to fall back on. You won't be homeless. Sure, you might be sitting there with no electricity and stuff, but you'll at least have your house. Pay off your debts. Get rid of all your debts. The only thing you should have left over, in all actuality, should be your normal monthly bills. Stuff that you just can't pay off. Your utilities, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Water bills, electric bills, gas bills, anything like that. Food bills. These are things that you have to pay for anyways, all right? But the point being, buy a house. And there's something we're going to talk about that too. So for me, my holdings in gold or silver are probably between 60 and 80% of what I have, just to be on the safe side. Okay, if you're one of these people that go, yeah, I'm going to buy these big ass mansion, I'm going to live like a pimp, I'm going to be out there balling. No, you're not. There's a reason why after 2 years from retirement, 72% of NBA players are flat broke. And we're talking about people that make hundreds of millions of dollars. Now I'm going to tell you this from my personal experience. I used to have a ton of money. I did. And I had a house with a pretty big house. And it had a swimming pool in there. And it was great and luxurious. But here's something that I was not aware of. And that is how much it costs to maintain a house that big. All right, there is a lot of maintenance that goes on to big houses. Of course, you want to keep it safe. You want to make sure that the roof is new, that it never leaks, the paint is nice, the yard is kept up. You know what I mean? All these types of things do not seem like it would cost a lot, but it does. If you have a swimming pool, it costs even more. Insurance is high, the water bills are ridiculous, and if you have a heated pool, your electricity bill is out the freaking door. All right, it's big. Costs a lot of money. So if you don't set yourself, there's nothing wrong with getting a mansion. Don't get me wrong. If you want to get one of these big houses, by all means, get one. But here's what I'm saying about it. Make sure you put enough money aside that your money that you're living off of. Give yourself an allowance. Don't touch your principal. Give yourself an allowance. You need to sit with a financial advisor and say, look, the financial advisor is going to say to you, look, how much money do you think you want to live off per month? I can live comfortably now off $1,200 a month. But, there's nothing wrong with expanding it out a little bit. If I say I need $3,600 a month, they're going to set you up so that you have a way to earn that type of income. And you're living off of the interest per month. So, in other words, they're going to set you up so that you get that kind of money per month, your allowance per month. And that's what you should learn to live off of, okay? So I'm just warning you, if you're running around buying these big expensive houses, and you don't set yourself up to get an allowance, you're going to lose that house quick. It's really, really expensive to live in something like this just to maintain it, all right? Between the taxes, the insurance, and everything else, it could be very, very costly, okay? So just be careful. People saying, oh, I'm going to invest in homes. I think that's a good idea, okay? But for me, I'm not going to do it right away. And that is because I'm anticipating a huge market crash coming. Again, Trump's in the driver's seat, and I'm hoping he could do something that really turn this around. But the kind of crash that I'm thinking is going to happen looks like it's already started worldwide. We're talking about one of the largest economical crashes we've ever seen in our lifetime. This could be one of the reasons why I think these so-called currency revaluations or the global currency reset would happen, would be to soften this blow or hopefully prevent it from happening at all. But I think for the first 3 years from once this happens, for the next 3 years anyways, we're in 2020 right now. So I wouldn't anticipate, if I got this money tomorrow, there's no way in God's green earth I would buy houses as an investment at all for the next 3 years. That is because I showed a video. If you missed the video, go back and watch my other videos. I showed you what happened in Cyprus. The Cyprus bank buy-in or bail-in, they took the money from the people. The people were broke. They took millions of dollars from some people. But that wasn't the thing I wanted to bring up. And what I want to bring up is this. Overnight, the value of houses dropped by 20% in just one single night. That's not what happens over length of time. I'm anticipating of the value of homes dropping somewhere between 40 to 60%. That's my own opinion, and I have a reason for believing that. So it seems to me it'd be smarter to wait and grab homes after the crash and everything seems to start stabilizing, then buy the homes. You could pick up a lot more homes. Let's say I have $100,000 and I could buy one of these houses for $100,000. Great, I could pay cash up front. I can get one. I can rent it out. But let's say I hold my $100,000 and then after the crash, these homes, just say for the sake of it, drop 50%. That means I can get 2 homes for the price of one had I just waited. All right, do you see what I'm saying? If nothing happens over the next 3 years, then by all means jump all over it. But trust me, if nothing happens, the value of homes aren't going to change that much to where it hurts you just to wait and see. I'm just saying you should wait and see what happens, all right? But investing in real estate is really a great investment, just like gold and silver is, okay? For me, if anything, I'm going to invest in storage units. The maintenance on them are very low. They're inexpensive to maintain, and, they're really good cash, positive money flowing machines here, man. These are one of the greatest things. You don't have to worry about the renters or nothing. They just pretty much throw the crap into these little square boxes, throw a lock on her, and every month they pay you rent, all right? And you just try to do your best to keep all the units full. I think it's one of the best and smartest investments to get into, more than homes. With houses, you have to worry about who your renter is. Can they make their payments? What kind of damages and wear and tear are they doing to your units? You know what I mean? Fixing one of these up is nothing compared to fixing up a house. Houses could be very expensive. Yes, I understand you have insurances on them and the whole 9 yards, but I'm just saying to just babysit a home and having to go through the whole process of evicting somebody, it just seems kind of risky to me. Apartments and like quadplexes and apartments are probably something that's a little bit more idealistic as far as if you're going to buy something to invest in, you can get a manager to overlook everything and a maintenance person to keep an eye on everything, all right? And the income is unbelievable. But for me, storage units is one of the first things I'm going to be looking at. I anticipate getting those because if the shit does hit the fan, what do you think everybody's going to do? They're going to need storage units. So it's going to be really easy to fill these bad boys up, all right? So storage units, I think, is one of the smartest investments, if not the smartest investment next to gold and silver for a possible market crash. Obviously, I'm going to invest in myself. I want to stay healthy. There's no sense in getting all this money and then you just don't live right. And you end up dying and losing. And what do you can't take the money with you. You know what I mean? I got kids I'm going to give money to as well. But me, I was a gym rat and I've, been slowly kind of working my way back into it after an injury that I suffered a few years ago. It doesn't take that long to heal. Trust me, when you tear muscles and tendons, it takes a long time. So my goal is to get back into the gym where I was and get back to my addiction of 2 hours a day of weightlifting. That's one of the things I want to do is invest in myself. Again, you should invest in yourself. Make sure your health is good. If your health isn't good, then you need to do every damn thing possible to get to where you need. Get healthy so you can enjoy your life. Enjoy what just happened to you, okay? So invest in yourself. Invest in yourself physically, spiritually, mentally. If you don't do that, you're just going to squander your crap away, okay? So have faith in yourself, invest in yourself. That's what I'm going to do as well. Another thing is, I have a feeling. My feeling is this: look, if we're all going to be blessed with this kind of money, if you're just going to sit around and screw it off, then that's not. I don't think that's a good thing. I think if we do get this money, this is just my opinion again. I think there's God obviously has other plans for all of us who have this money. And what I'm hoping people do is this: I have this great idea for a homeless project. I've been slowly, surely putting it together, and I know what I want to do. So as soon as this happens, this is literally one of the first things I'm going to do is start putting my organization together and start helping homeless people out. I know all the right people. I could do all the right organizing to make this really work. I'm happy to see that homeless rates are down. And for you people who don't like political crap, you should probably mute right now. Okay, so homeless rates are down across the nation, except for in democratically held cities and states. The homeless levels are actually higher. In the state of California, it's up 16%. State of California has the highest homeless rate, has the highest crime rate, and you could think decades of democratic control. They just really turned this state into a shithole. Some of the most beautiful cities we had are decimated. San Francisco used to be beautiful, but it's a shithole now, right? Down in Southern California, Newport Beach or Balboa Beach was this place that people used to have this Christmas parade on boats. It's like a homeless beach now, all right? And it's just, and they're sitting there trying to tell us, oh, it's housing, it's housing. Trump's not giving us money for housing. No, bullcrap. That's not what it is. You have all these empty houses. The house prices are so high. It's too expensive. We need to do something about the cost of housing here. All right? There's plenty of empty houses these people be put into. Plenty of empty buildings. I just saw a picture that somebody took. They had the money to do this, and I think this is a wonderful idea. They took an abandoned mall, a shopping mall that people no longer shopped at. And they turned all the stores into apartment units and cleaned the place up. It looked beautiful. It was stunning to see. I think that's a great idea, and that's something I'm going to look into as well. So these things are what I want to do. It's one, you really going to need a day or so. In my opinion, you need to just get away from people. Don't say nothing. You need to just take it all in. Just take it all in. It's going to be very overwhelming for a lot of people. Very emotional. Take it all in. And then be very smart. You need to go and talk to a lawyer about what you need to do to protect yourself, because once people find out you have money, they're going to accidentally, what I call purpose accidentally fall in front of you. They're going to fall over your hood of your car, whatever. They're going to find ways to try to get that money out of your hands. So find a lawyer that's going to find a way to help you protect what's going on. Find a financial advisor when it's going to help you set yourself up so that you can live off an allowance, and you should stick to that allowance, okay? Stick to it so that you're not living off the prime, that you're not living off the principal, but you're only living off the interest. That's what you want to do. All right. So just set yourself up. And I've heard there's idiots out there telling you, don't get a financial advisor. Just do it yourself. I'm sure all those people who won the lotto said, hey, I could do this myself. And now they're flat broke. All those pro athletes who said, hey, I could do this myself. And within 2 years, they're flat broke. And those, 85% of those millionaires created by the Kuwait dinar were flat broke within 5 months. You know what they said? Hey, I can do this myself. Don't be one of those people. All right? Just don't. Be smart. You've waited so long for this, and some of you over a decade, and you want to screw it all off in less than 5 months? Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine. Waiting all this time for what? All right? So be wise. Some of you are going, I don't care, man. I have millions. In this day and age, that millions ain't going to last very long. You're going to fly right through it if you don't set yourself up wisely, okay? So again, I just wanted to let you know one of the first things I'm going to do, man, I'm just going to spend a day taking it all in. You got it, man. You just can't. You're going to have to deal with a huge emotional roller coaster, okay? The second thing I want to do is make sure I meet with a lawyer and a financial advisor to make sure that I can set myself up best way possible, so that I can live off a monthly allowance without touching the principal. One of the other things I'm going to do is go to my local gold and coin stores and start purchasing gold and silver directly from them so that there's no paper trails. Okay, I don't want to leave any paper trails. I want to have somewhere safe where I can store my gold and silver, and it's a good way to hedge against inflation. It's a good way to protect your wealth. Okay, people go, can you make money off it? Yeah, of course. If a huge market crash happens, gold and silver have a tendency to shoot up, especially silver, because silver is second in commercial uses only to oil. All right, so there's going to start getting scarce. It takes a lot to get silver out of the ground. All right, and also after that, I am going to travel. I'm going to spend a lot of time traveling. I have plans to travel. That's what I want to do. While I'm doing all this, I'm going to spend time taking care of myself. You need to invest in yourself. You really do. Find a way to get healthy. Man, you can afford a trainer. Get your ass out there and get healthy. Go learn how to eat right. Go learn how to make yourself much more healthier. You know what I mean? You find a way to get out there and enjoy your life. You now have the financial freedom to be able to do that. Take advantage of that, okay? All right. I tell you what, just hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Of course, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Just go ahead. Tell you what, leave in the comments. What are you gonna do? Give me a list. Give me your top 5 things you're gonna do, or top 10 things you're gonna do once this dinar thing hits. How are you gonna set yourself up? How are you gonna protect yourself? I've left videos on here about CDARs. I think it's a great idea. If you insist on keeping your money in these financial institutions, then you should probably keep looking at CDARs. All right. Okay, so again, just leave a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, this was a question that came up multiple times. I thought I'd just spend a couple minutes just letting you know what I think. All right, talk to you later. Bye.